Well, good morning, Busa family. We are headed out to go get our 600-mile service on my 25th anniversary Hayabusa. So we're going to take a nice little ride over Mount St. Helena in north end of the Napa Valley in California. So hang on, I hope the video and the audio is good. It's my first go around with this, and the mic may be a little too close to my face. I couldn't put the little cattail on the top of the microphone because it was in my face, so I got to readjust all that. But anyway, sit tight and enjoy the ride. We're currently going down Highway 175 off the top of what's called Cobb Mountain, about 3,000 foot elevation where I live. I'm kind of really lucky that I live up here where everybody comes to ride, so I pull out of my driveway and I'm right there where, you know, all the twisties are. So people come from all over Northern California to ride up here, and I don't know how I got so lucky, but anyway, that's the story. It's Mount St. Helena is just basically over the hill from the Napa Valley, so where it's a lot cheaper to live. But yeah, you can live like it's not cheap. Anyway, sit tight. Here we go. I will say this is my first microphone video. I'm just new to this, so I'm just cutting my teeth on it. I've been watching everybody's YouTube videos for the last, I don't know, 10 years, thinking I should do this at some point. And I've been riding now for, I don't even want to say, I'll just say 35 plus years. So I'm certainly no expert. I've had every single kind of motorcycle there is. I just love motorcycles in general. I used to be particular to Harleys, but I always miss my leader bikes. And so when I had the opportunity to get this 25th, I jumped at it because I got the only one that I know of in all of Northern California, north of the Golden Gate Bridge. So there's one down in the East Bay, which is east of San Francisco area. There's a YouTuber that has a bike, the 25th out there, and he's a real nice guy. So anyway, that's kind of the story. The sun's right in my eyes, and I wish I had put a filter on. Last time I put my MD filter on, it was a little too shaded. So we'll just see if we can deal with this. It's currently 66 degrees. It'll be a lot warmer down below when I get off the mountain here. We're about 10 to 15 degrees cooler, which is nice in a lot of ways, but we do get a little bit of snow, and that kills my riding. But I do ride year-round, as long as it's, there's plenty of days that are just like this that are in the 40s and 50s, and not a problem. I just dress appropriately. My luck, the audio probably won't even be recording, which will just have to be something I dub in later. Like I said, we'll just say I'm an FNG, effing new guy to this stuff, recording. So I do have a DJI Action Pro 5, which I don't know, there's a lot of reviews that dog it, and you know, I don't know anything from anything, right? But the first video I did, I was just blown away. I put it on 17-inch screen on my laptop and looked at it, and I'm like, you know, I'm recording in 4K. And I'm like, well, I don't see, you know, what the problem is here. I just think some people are just very particular about their cameras. So I get that. There's people who are really into their, cameras and know everything there is to know and get nitpicky about stuff. And hey, I get it. I'm that way about things too. So anyway, we'll see how this comes out. But the last one I did came out pretty damn nice. And I probably haven't said it yet, but welcome to Busa Mania. I've said this before, but we're going to be doing just, ride videos, moto vlogging all over this area. See how beautiful it is out there? We'll just, I'll do some also, hang on a second here. I'll do some gear reviews. I'm not sponsored by a single soul except for my pocketbook. So I will definitely be giving you my honest opinion of things. I've got a bunch of new gear because I just needed to upgrade. I'll go over that. I've got a new Alpine Stars jacket, and I'm so far loving it. But being new, it's we'll just say it's a hugger. These gloves are new. My AGV helmet, I got the K6S. It is relatively new. So, got a lot of new stuff. And clearly the bike it's only got, well, by the time I get there I'll have 600 miles. But I picked it up, I know I'm skipping around here, sorry about that. I picked this thing up January 5th, 2024. I was able to get it the week before Christmas. Thinking I'd give myself, for the first time in my life, give myself something like this for a gift. Just, I've never, I mean, it'd be just kind of a, milestone kind of thing. But anyway, it didn't work out. The weather didn't help. It was raining for cats and dogs, and it was also snowing. So I'm like, well, that ain't gonna happen. So one Friday on January 5th, it was a day just like this, and it was 55 degrees, and I had to ride about an hour and 45, almost 2 hours to go get this. So I had to have decent weather as far as I was concerned. It certainly wasn't going to deal with icy conditions and pouring down torrential rain. So the window opened up and I took it. And then I've been so busy with my day-to-day job, which is very busy. I just haven't been able to ride a lot this summer. And it really killed me. So I'm going to plan on putting some miles on this winter, really hammer it this next summer. So anyway, I will say I've always wanted a Busa since it came out in '98. I've been just glossy-eyed over them, and it's funny because with all the motorcycles I've had, and that's probably in the tune of about, well, I've had 7 Harleys, in all different model styles. This is my 5th leader bike in my life. So, but I never got a Busa, and I go, I just don't know why I couldn't. So when the 3rd gen came out, I just absolutely took it over the top, and I said, okay, I'm getting a Busa. And I couldn't be happier. This thing is a beast. But it can also just be a tame cruiser, which is, not to some guy's taste, but some days I just want to cruise and take it easy and not carve up all these twisties. Because, well, I don't know. Just depends on the mood. It's hard to not get in the mood, though, to be honest. Boy, I hope this wind isn't really getting all throwing off the audio. So I'll just be quiet for a bit. We're off of, we just came down off Cog Mountain, now we're getting into the flats. I'll start this thing back up when we get to Mount St. Helena. Alright, if you can hear me, I hope so. We're just starting up Mount St. Helena. This is it's Highway 29 between Napa and Lake County. Probably one of the damn dangerous roads in the world, but it's also one of the best twisty mothers there is. So it's up this area, so it's kind of fun. I'm just still taking it easy because I'm in the break-in phase, but sometimes I go, so what? Tell you what it did do, broken my tires coming home pretty quick. This road is notorious for big rigs that don't seem to know how to stay in their own lane, and they're over length, and they don't read the signs, and they get in big trouble all the time. But too many new truck drivers out there in the world. I love them. I have a Class A myself, but you know, this road is clearly marked. You cannot take anything over, it's 65 feet total. And I mean, I've almost been, I was on in the dirt. If you can see this over here, this kind of edge, almost going to go off a cliff coming the other direction, and it just missed me by, literally, you probably could have barely put a piece of paper between it. So I hope this comes out okay. It's a windy SOB today. We're under a high fire alert, believe it or not. Go figure, California. Or as a lot of us like to say, California. We get the neutered bikes and everything. But we can fix that. Behind me, it's a nice easy ride to the mountain today this morning. I will be doing a video, and I'm going to apologize right now. It's not a Busa, because that's the last thing I'm going to put a new rider on. My wife would be scared to death, and I don't think she could even pick the damn thing up because she's all of 5'3", and the wind would blow her over. So anyway, we're going to be picking her up next weekend, and I know I'm going to probably hear a lot of flack from it, or good and bad, I don't know, who knows. I did my research, and I'm perfectly fine with it. It's a CF Moto 450 SS. Gives her a little room to grow into it, but yet not be so, you know, torquey and twisty. And to give you a little background, when she got her motorcycle license about 9 years ago, she put the thing into a tree and damn near killed her. I was freaking out. It just knocked her out, but you don't know that in those moments. But she's got a steel plate in her collarbone, and she cracked 3 ribs and was banged up pretty good, but she's tough as hell. So anyway, she's really, it's been a while, and now that I got the Busa, she's kind of itching to ride again. So I said, I'll buy you a bike. So that's how it all started. So I'll probably video us picking it up. It will be, like I said, a non-Busa video. Hope you enjoy it. You know, it's just something, you know, I figure I'll put that under the gear review. Anyway, I'll shut up here for a minute. This road, you really got to pay attention. Not only is it just trucks and cars that drive like maniacs over the mountain, it's also deer that like to jump out of nowhere, and you got nowhere to go. We're cresting the top of Mount St. Helena. This is Robert Louis Stevens Park. There you go. Everybody parks and hikes through here. I'm not a hiker, but more power to them. I have got, well, my bike's, well, this baby Busa here, this Busa boy is in the shop getting it 600 service. We are going to run over to Cycle Gear. I am getting a pin lock for this thing. I meant to do it, and I'm going to be hating it this winter if I don't. With the cold, it's going to fog the hell out of this. I don't know if I'm saying this right. I did get a, what do they call it, a photochromatic, whatever, self-tinting face shield. I'm moderately impressed. It's okay. Maybe it's just me. You know, I always wear sunglasses. My eyes are probably so sensitive to the light. It's probably all me. Let's see if we can get around this guy. I don't want to follow him all the way down the mountain. this road can be a little choppy. There's a few whoop-de-doos in here. I don't know why they haven't fixed them yet. Probably because California's broke. Go figure. All the money generated in this place and we're broke. Oh well, I won't be here long. I'm gonna get the hell out. Born and raised in California and in Northern California. I'm like a bunch. It's time to get the hell out of here. Go somewhere where I can at least live in a free state. Before you know it, they're going to make us all ride electric bikes. Nothing against them if that's your flavor. But if I couldn't get if I had to ride an electric bike and that's all my options were, I probably wouldn't ride. I'd pick something else to do. I mean, they're quick, they're super fast, just like the cars. But no, this is my blood, in my blood, and it's going to stay there, or it just won't be there. I just won't ride. But I don't think we're going to hit. It won't happen in my lifetime. Especially if I leave the state, it'll extend it beyond my riding years. So, thank God. That's just a personal thing. I'm sure there's people who love them. See those whoop-de-doos in the road? See that? Whoa. There's like roots or something. There's a whole bunch right there. If you hit those things, they'll really throw you. There's a bunch of them right there. You gotta hit. It's too bad if that corner was smooth, man. That'd be a hell of a corner to rip through. Bunch more right here on my left. I pretty much know where they are since I go over this mountain. There are some more. Damn near daily. There's a big one. Whew. My fuel. Oh, good. They got some of these bumps in the road marked, but some aren't marked, so I don't know. Maybe they don't have the money for it. Who knows? I mean, I don't know when they plan on fixing those, because before long, we're going to have winter's going to set here real soon, really soon, and there'll be snow up on the top of this thing. It'll be icy. Really torrential rains. I mean, where I live, which is probably, like I said, 3,000 feet, we get a little over 80 inches of rain a year. We had 83 last year and 89 the year before, so we get a fair amount of rain. And no, it's not Oregon. It's the real Northern California. I know people in San Francisco seem to think they're in Northern California. I just shake my head and go, yeah, you wish. But anyway, I mean, look out there. This is Northern California. And it's like this all the way up to the Oregon border, up 101. I'll repeat again, this is Highway 29 that'll drop us into Calistoga, which is at the north end of the Napa Valley. Probably not saying this right. I'm also changing out these grips for some, I believe it's pronounced Domino. I'm having them throw those on while they got the bike in for service, so just want something a little different. They got some black and orange ones that kind of go with the bike, and these are all right, but, you know, just changing the Busa a little bit. I'm kind of a purist, I'll say that now. I like to, I don't know, it's an anniversary. That's my fault for getting one. I should have gotten one. It wasn't. Then I could have customized it like to my taste. But this one, I'm just too much of a purist and think I don't want to mess with the anniversary model. So, I mean, some slip-ons. I'll go into more detail that on all that. But with slip-ons and get the carbon mirror covers, and I'm probably actually going to get a carbon front fender. But I keep all everything I've put on. You can literally in an hour or less change everything back. Not that I plan on selling it. I'm just that way. I just wrap it up in foam, nice little blanket, shove it in the rafters, just keep it. I hope this is coming out okay. That sun is just beating on us, and I don't have a filter on here today. I got it. Oh, there's one of those ugly trucks. Again, my opinion, I drive a 3/4 ton Dodge diesel. So, that's just me. And they wrap them thinking they look better. Dude, that's still the ugliest damn thing I've ever seen. You can color it whatever you want. It's still freaking ugly. Or as my brother says, fugly. We were supposed to be at the dealership at 9:30. It is 9:20, and there's no way in hell it's going to happen. So, oh well. It's warming up though. Jeez, I should have just worn my other jacket that's all perforated. It would have been much nicer. And it ain't going to get any cooler today. It's going to get up to, well, it ain't going to get really hot, but it's going to be in the 80s, 85 or so, 86. So it'll get warm in this jacket, but basically it's just going for the service, and then we're going to run some errands and have lunch with the in-laws, because my in-laws are awesome. I love hanging with them. But do a little Saturday thing. I'm flying out for work on Sunday night, so do what I can when I'm home. Not a normal thing, just kind of the way it worked out. This is how the mountain usually is. There's always someone that goes, oh my God, I'm on a mountain. They drive 15 miles an hour through the whole thing, and it backs up traffic all the way from one side to the other. But, you got those occasional days, you got to time it right, you can get this thing pretty well open, and it is a fun place. You just have to be super careful. There's better roads that are twistier and whatnot. Highway 175 the other direction, on the other side of the mountain from me, going down the other side I should say, and that's better. But there's all kinds of places to ride around here that are twisties. If you like the twisties, my God, Northern California, the real Northern California, I'll say that again. So here is where the vineyards meet the redwoods. Too bad the state is a POS. This place is incredible. So we're just coming down off the mountain, and we're going to drop into Calistoga. And then we're going to go over another mountain, which is called the Mayakama Mountains. But they're kind of, I don't know, they're boring. So, anywho. Alright, we're back. This is, got a million names. Calistoga Road, Petrified Forest Road, Marquez Springs Road. It's all combined, but bottom line, it goes from Calistoga into Santa Rosa, California. I figured I'd shoot a little bit of this. It's going to be kind of boring. I can't do anything because, well, there's no passing lanes, and enough said. You can see in front of me. Man, there's a lot of bugs out. My shield's already just like boogered up bad. Hopefully the camera's not. people like to look at these things. Sometimes they don't. I do. I don't mind. But I get it. Jesus. Oh man, that guy's brakes are smoking. Good luck getting down the mountain without killing somebody. Whew! Damn, that stinks. Ooh, that just won't go away. Like I said, it is one windy SOB today. God dang. Supposed to clear out by this evening. New vineyard going in. Blah, blah, blah. Probably saw back there he was giving me some room to get by, but that was very short-lived, and I wasn't going to try to do it with someone potentially coming the other way. These roads are very sketchy, and you can take your chances, but your high percentages of having an issue are extremely enhanced. And everybody goes fast downhill, and then everybody hits their brakes because nobody knows how to drive in California. Sit back and watch them follow the Cybertruck. I know it's kind of a yawner. I got a question that I'll put out there. If you guys don't mind commenting, let me know. I'm still kind of toying with it. I'm thinking about, when these tires, they're getting to a point. I want to go with the Power 6s. What do you guys think about that? Kind of leaning that way. I mean, we'll see what happens when the time comes. It's, probably be summer. I'll get rid of these things and get something a little bit. Man, I gotta figure out. I just have fun with this. I'm not road racing. I'm not tracking it. Call me boring, but I just love to ride. I mean, look at this area. This is awesome. This. I mean, it's like this everywhere where I'm at. I mean, until we get to Santa Rosa up here, then it's just freeway and city crap. And that's all right too. I don't, but I prefer this. Whoa. I don't know if that came up in the video, but a pretty good sized little branch fell on the other side of the other lane. That's the shit that happens here. Oh, did I say that? The wind kicks up. These trees are all dry. These oaks fall over. I mean, it's just a mess. Some of them were fire damaged from what was called the Tubbs fire 8 years back. Not a lot of this burned right immediately here, but this, after we make this right-hand turn and go out a bit, it's all been rebuilt, all the homes there, but they were all torched to the ground. All very expensive homes in Sonoma County, so yeah, of course they got rebuilt. And quickly. I got a feeling my mic is not recording, but well. That could be a plus if you're tired of hearing me. I'm new at this, so I'm certainly not going to be a beggar. I don't do this for money or for anything. I just do it for myself for fun and give people another viewpoint of different. I don't know anybody that's YouTube, doing YouTube videos and motovlogging up here. They may be personally doing it for themselves for fun. I don't know, but haven't seen anything up here. Other than probably Skag Springs Road above Lake Sonoma, which is an hour and a half from Santa Rosa-ish, and it's a pretty famous road for twisties, and been a lot of guys, you know, knee dragging up there. It's pretty wild road, and it's a nice road. It's good pavement. But the highway patrols sit up there too, and sheriff's department and everything. They'll sit up there and wait for them to come up there. So I'm sure they have to pick and choose when they do it. So I'm sure there's videos of that is what I'm getting at. But all this stuff, I don't know. So, oh man, there's a rock quarry here, and 9 times out of 10 when you come through here, there's a guy hauling out of there, and that's going to kill us. So I'll stop the video now. We'll catch back up in a bit. I'll probably edit this part out. I just want this camera on in case this guy does something stupid or something happens. It happens all the time. Guys drop loads of gravel, what have you. So I'd like to have it on video in case something happens to me. Dip in the road. I will say this: I get a lot of flack from mostly friends and guys I've met on the road, other riders. They go, "Can't believe you ride a Busa," and I'm like, "Well, why is that?" He's like, "Well, dude, you're not a very big guy." And I go, "Well, no, I'm, you know, 5'8.5-ish, 160 pounds. Yeah." So everyone goes, "Oh, that thing's so big and heavy and da-da-da-da." And I'm like, you obviously haven't ridden a big old Harley touring bike that weighs 800 to 1,000 pounds all geared up with a backpack on behind you. I mean, you want to talk about heavy? This thing's a featherweight. But I wanted something that I have more power here than I will ever reach. I'll never get there. I'm not going to be in the 200 club. I mean, we'll just say I've been well north of 100 before, and I know this thing would handle that, and probably did pretty damn smooth, because I hardly know when I'm going 90, I look down and go, "Oh, Jesus," you know? I mean, it's it catches up quick and it's smooth. I got it because I like it and I've always wanted one. Enough said. I do wish I really want to lower it just a little bit. I mean, literally, probably an inch would probably be more than enough, probably too much, maybe even a half an inch, just a little bit. But I have to look into this and see, because everyone's like, "Oh, the geometry, oh, this, all the electronics in it." Oh, I'm like, okay, guys, there's a lowering system for it that I just don't want to go and put a ratchet strap around my front end and have a ratchet strap sitting down there. That is hey, if you like it, great. It's not to my taste. Personally, I think they look hideous. It's like, really? What are you, tying down a load? It ruined the look of the bike, in my opinion. But hey, to each their own. But I don't want to do that. And so if I don't do that, what are my options? So I'll probably ask them today, see if these guys know anything. I mean, they recently kind of got the Suzuki line, because my dealer decided after 40-something years of business that he wanted to do something different, and that kind of sucks. These guys are a little closer, but we'll see how they do. I'm giving them a shot. I'm kind of a leap of faith here with this thing. But they have Ducati, and they have some other bikes. They know how to handle a nice bike, and I'm pretty anal retentive, so I'll make it clear how I feel, and we'll just see what they do. I mean, it's a freaking oil change, I mean, and filter change. First service, what are they, torquing a few things and adjusting a few things and changing the oil filter? I mean, come on. they should be able to handle that without doing any damage to my bike, or you know, I certainly hope so. They seem like good guys, so I think everybody deserves a chance, and I don't have too many options anyway, so I'm kind of going for it. This is the Mark West Lodge. I don't think much goes on there anymore. Someone's maintaining it though. I love these shaded areas. It brings the temperature down. It feels really good. This is now considered Mark West Springs Road. Like I said, it all kind of just runs together. Just different parts of it. The trucker's moving pretty good. With a truck with a load on it. He came out of there, so they don't usually roll out of them unless they're full, taking gravel somewhere. That's, I don't know where bottom dump is going today, but there's so much highway work. Guys are trying to cram it all in before winter hits. See how the road is by watching that trailer, how it undulates all over the place. Well, we'll start this up in a little bit. This is going to be boring for the next 10 minutes or so, so hang tight. Well, that's a nice SS. Nice and loud. That's going to be sounding good in the camera. Woo! Sounds a little off if you ask me. I'm just going to stop recording because that's about to be drowning out the camera. Well, here we are, my friends.